Oh my god, what did I just see? Was I in a dream in a dream?
We're born in the moonlight. Ain't no fair to say. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello beautifuls, this is Aromie here and welcome back to Changeling. We're here. I don't really remember much, but I'm not dying. I'm not dying? I don't remember. Oh, when that thing attacked me, right? Are we still talking about the same thing? And my fae enemy left? Is that? I don't remember. Yeah. And I got my body back. We sat in silence for a moment, shoulders touching slightly. I listened to the soft hum of the mini fridge, trying to really get my head around everything that had happened. It's so weird. This one part of my mind sort of breathing a sigh of relief and thinking it's all over now. And the other part of me is wondering what the heck that even means. Nothing is over. I'm still surrounded by paranormal things. One little issue was resolved, but I still have to live in this world. A world where children get taken away without even realizing it. Where they get their vision stolen by angry fairies, and scary things sleep in minds waiting to feed on anyone who gets too close. I rested my hands on my knees, twisting my fingers together. It doesn't feel like anything has really changed except that I guess I don't have to worry about sleepwalking anymore. Well, it's not the end yet, you know? Oh, I should put my phone to disturb. Yeah, that just means things have a chance to get even worse. That's the way it works in a tragedy, right? You think it's as bad as it gets, and then it gets worse. It does happen that way sometimes. What will you do now? Well, I want to find a way to help Spencer, see if I can undo whatever they did to his eye. I guess that's my next big project. Ichigo, there's something I need to... He stopped suddenly, leaving off whatever he planned to say. He looked away again. Never mind. What did you want to say? Tell me now. He stood and straightened the pillows. You should sleep. It's been a hard few days. I'm sure you can use the rest. Yeah, I just don't know if I can sleep. There are so many thoughts flying around my head, though I guess I should be grateful it's really my head now. I'll be here with you the whole time. You're not going to sleep? I will. Don't worry about me, after all. Like everyone said, there's no way we'll be attacked from outside anymore. Hopefully. Yeah. I curled up on the sofa where I slept the previous night. It's been a really long day. William was probably tired, just like I was. He flicked the light off and I pulled the pillow closer, closing my eyes. I just wanted the stupid holiday to be over so I could go home. I wasn't sure how much time had passed when I woke up. It wasn't the slow... Oh god, the creepy music again. Slow stumbling into wakefulness I've been doing the last few weeks with the sleepwalking. I was just suddenly awake, staring at the ceiling. What is that noise? I've been hearing it in my dream too. I struggled up to my elbows, looking around the room blearily. William? What's he doing over there? I could see his form huddled a few feet away. He was rocking slightly and crying? Was he crying? I bolted upright, throwing the blanket off. William, are you okay? I grabbed his shoulder and turned him toward me. What the fuck is that? Holy fuck. I should grab Arya. Help me. What is going on with your eyes? When I saw his face, I let out a strangled cry. I jolted awake, the scream catching in my throat. Oh my god, what did I just see? Was I in a dream in a dream? Was I within a dream in a dream? I hate dreams like that. William leaned over me worriedly. William, I saw that you had no fucking eyeballs. William? You were having a bad dream. Are you okay? It seemed pretty bad. Yeah. I need a hug. That was awful. I started to sit up, but realized he had me pinned down. I stared up at him worriedly. William? Bitch. He's on both of my screens. Oh, I need to grab Arya. I need Arya. She's here. She's probably gonna distract me because she's gonna want pettings, but motherfucker. Arya, help. Was it about me? Bitch, is this a dream within a dream within a dream? Well, the cry jolted awake for real this time. I was sitting up in the club room. The light immediately came on and I squinted toward the door where Allie was. Good morning. Wait, I was not screaming in real life. No one heard me. Arya. You okay? You seem like you're having a bad dream. I was about to wake you up. Is she? She's licking and poking her nose on the mic. I'm so sorry. I was about to wake you up. Yeah, I sat up with a soft groan, rubbing my head. What time is it? I thought you were going to be busy today. It's nearly 3 p.m. I have been busy. I slept nearly the whole day? Well, you went through a lot. I'm sure you need to recuperate. I realized Allie and I were the only ones in the club. Where's William? Fucking scared. He went to the library earlier. He's been cooped up for a day. Probably just needed a change of scenery. Yeah. Ugh, those dreams. I guess I was just all the stress of the last few days catching up to me, but those were damn creepy. I was still feeling a little gross and unnerved by them. So how are things? Well, things are going pretty smoothly for now. It'll all kick up after sunset though. There'll be a huge burst of magic overflow and a spike in paranormal activity throughout the town. I'm so sorry, Ari's literally hitting the mic. Can you stop? But so far nothing new on the ancient front, so that's good. She joined me on the sofa. How are you holding up, aside from the nightmares? I'm fine. The nightmares hadn't even been about me. Can you hear her panting? I might have to put her down so she won't like ruin the audio. I mean, everything feels the same as it did before, really. It doesn't feel like I've been through a life-changing thing, you know? I definitely know. It's kind of weird how life just keeps going even when you think it should stop long enough to properly take stock. Little girl. Anyway, I think Spencer's going to pop over and say hi. He was slightly ticked we didn't tell him about the whole bit where you nearly died. Yeah, I can see how that might have frustrated him. Well, he's going to be here soon to yell and demand explanations. Fun! Are you at least going to stay and help me deal with it? Sorry, can't. I was just stopping by for a bit and I have a run again soon. Traitor! Sorry, the agency has my loyalty for today. Hopefully William at least will have my back. I kind of don't want to see William right now because of the nightmare. I was just sure though, he's been kind of weird. Are you okay? What are you doing? Huh? I wasn't so sure though. He's been kind of weird yesterday, and now he was nowhere to be found. Allie didn't stay much longer than that, and William didn't return. And in fact, he didn't show up before Spencer did at all. I poked my head in the library once, and he was nowhere to be seen. After Spencer arrived, I was busy explaining everything from the attacks to the healing, body swapping, and everything else. Not to mention having a weird discussion with myself in my head to explaining it wasn't really myself I was arguing with. By the end of it, Spencer was slouched on the sofa with his arms over his chest, scowling. I should have known that scarf-wearing idiot was up to something when he insisted I looked tired and should go home. You really should have. Corbin looks like he couldn't lie his way out of a paper bag. I can't believe you went along with it when he insisted you leave. I really just wanted him to finally stop talking. Yeah, I can see that. Arya, she's like inching closer and closer to my watermelon slices. And she loves them, so I'm trying to stop her. Yeah, I can see that. He sneaked a sidelong look at me, expression dark. Are things really okay now? Well, I think so. I don't really know how to gauge okay anymore. I don't feel any different, but everyone assures me I'm no longer the fairy equivalent of mismatched socks. My soul and body match up again. And that feeling of someone else being with me is definitely gone now. So I guess that part is okay. I mean, I've nearly died like twice now, and some kind of evil, all-powerful being of doom still wants to eat me because it thinks I'm William, apparently. So that's still a problem. I always knew this town was strange, but I had no idea it was this strange, though. Arya, tell me about it. Where do things go from here? I don't know. I guess we just move on. I mean, I want to try to figure out how to reserve what they did to your eye. I guess that's my next project. Hey, please do not tell me you have another crazy revelation because I can't handle it. I'm sorry. Oh, alright, he said he's sorry. You shook too? That was almost as shocking as any revelation he could have thrown at me. For what? Girl, just trying to inch toward that watermelon slices. For the last 5 years I've been pretty terrible. Well, you thought an imposter was lurking in your house with you, and you weren't totally wrong. I know, I wish I could have found the truth sooner. Same, I feel like we lost a lot of time of hating each other, you know? William and his mom were kind of the same, misunderstanding each other, or hurting each other, and she's gone now. He may never have the chance to fix things. I'm glad we had the chance. Me too. We sat there in awkward silence for a few minutes. So, when do they say you can leave this place? I don't know. Tomorrow, I guess. Maybe Tuesday. Can you stop hitting the mic? I think they said that after the overflow, the judge would run out of power and dissipate. Though they haven't seen it since the epic showdown in the hallway, so I don't know. He gave me a long, worried look. Ellie said the fairies were going to use you as a breeding stock. Well, apparently they were going to use you until I saved your troublemaking butt from the fairy hill. He laughed softly. You were always doing that when we were kids. Rescuing you from fairies? Pretty sure I only did that once. I meant just getting me out of trouble. Mom and Dad must have been seriously confused when I went from being the responsible one to the troublemaker. Disappearing, fighting with you all the time. Speaking of that, after Allie told me about the fairy hill, I went looking around the house for any evidence of it. I mean, even if Mom and Dad never said anything about me going missing, I knew Mom had to have some clippings from it or something. She kept all that stuff about you going missing, so if something happened to me, I knew there was something somewhere. I know you really want the watermelon slices, but you can't have it, so I'm putting it back down. Alright. That's true. I found this. He handed me a torn, faded bit of newspaper. Missing boy found by sister. In a strange twist, a young boy missing for 3 days was found in the woods by his older sister. The girl, only a few minutes older than the boy, strayed away from her caretaker late Sunday morning. Friends and family says she had been begging to join a search party to look at her missing twin, but was being looked after by her grandmother. By evening, both children were back in custody, and neither child had any injuries. Am I reading it correctly from this side to this side? I look over the story curiously, a brief telling of how I found him in the woods and got him home. The article was far too short for the weight of what really happened that day. I felt strange reading over it. This was how normal people saw and dismissed the strange things happening right under their noses. A strange twist. It's still amazing they kept it from us for so many years. Well, it helped that we had our memories altered and hidden away. No doubt. It's all behind us now. I hope so. I really hope so. Spencer and I chatted a while longer. Moving on sounded great, but actually doing it was strange. It felt like things were unfinished somehow, like they weren't wrapped up properly. She's trying to get back up here. Just left behind as we did the whole moving on thing. But I didn't know what wrapping up being a changeling meant, or what finding closure for that really felt like anyway. When Spencer went home that afternoon, William still hadn't emerged from the library, and I wasn't sure whether I should interrupt him. It seemed like he also had a lot on his mind. Under the circumstances, I couldn't blame him. I didn't know what to say, and it felt like maybe both of us needed some space to get our heads around all the recent events. When I went to sleep that night, he was still in there. Really? Was he haunting me in my dream? Because he can't do that, right? Hey, Chica, honey, we're getting ready to leave. Coming! I really am not excited to go back to look at that CG art for the thumbnail. I tossed a damp towel on my bed and hurried downstairs. Tell Grandpa we love him and we hope he gets better soon. Of course I will. If he gets worse, I want you to let us come see him. He's not going to get worse. That's why they're sending him to a bigger hospital. Courtney, come on, we need to get going. Will you two be okay without us? We'll be fine. You two should go. The plan had actually been for me to spend Monday at the school to give time for the magic overflow from Samhain to completely die off. But unfortunately, I got a call that morning from Mom telling me to come home. Grandpa had some kind of episode and was going to require hospitalization. Mom and Dad were going to stay with him, and they wanted me home with Spencer. It was hard to come up with a reason for me to stay away. Fortunately, Guess and Vilos had deemed it safe for me to return home. The remnants of William's energy had faded quite a lot due to the whole body switch, and the bits still attached to my aura faded even more since he'd been keeping his distance. Yes? You went back up. Okay. They were pretty sure that as long as I stayed inside, I'd be fine this time. I felt a little leery leaving the sanctity of the club room, but it was good to be back. Spencer and I stood on the front porch and watched Mom and Dad drive off. I hope Grandpa's okay. I'm sure he will be. He leaned against one of the posts staring after them until the car vanished down the street. Mom has been practically giddy seeing us how we're finally getting along again. I noticed. I'm sure she's just relieved, while the fighting was probably getting on her nerves. I still feel like I need to apologize for everything. The more I think about it, the more I realize it was all my fault in the first place. face. Whoa. Bro. Little bro. Aria. She's trying to nudge me to pet her. You don't have to apologize. Yeah, well, I'm glad to hear you're sorry. No. I think we both should apologize to each other, but that's not a choice, so I guess you don't have to apologize? Oh, music didn't change there. It's not changing. I shot him a teasing smirk. Yeah, glad to hear you're sorry. You put me through a lot, you know? I know that. Not only did I start all this, but I was also so hateful for all those years. Well, hey, I was joking. In the end, the real culprits were the Fae. I mean, they tricked you and me both. I don't know who makes a deal like that with children and think it's okay. Yeah, look, there's no point in feeling guilty. The last 5 years sucked for both of us. You said it yesterday. You have to move on. Which one should I pick? Because this one's a loaded dialogue. You don't have to apologize. We've been through this. I can't imagine what it was like living with me all this time. Because certainly she was also with me. Even if you didn't have all the details, you knew there was someone just hiding out and pretending to be one of the family. Yeah, I wish we could have talked about it. But when I think about it, there's no way we could have. In the end, we both played our parts the only way we could have. Like a proper tragedy. Except we didn't have a sad ending. Yeah, I think that one was cuter. Maybe? We headed inside contemplating pizza for dinner and ultimately spent the evening rehashing everything we could remember from when we were kids or from the last 5 years. All the things leading up to now. It seemed like we really did have a lot of strange experiences when we were little, but we were kids. We kind of accepted them without question. Looking back though, there were so many things like the lady in green who we used to encounter in the woods, or the voices we'd hear singing, and the old man that lived in Grandpa's apple tree. There was a lot that we'd both forgotten about. It was weird sleeping in my own bed after being gone a few days, especially after what had happened during my last night in this room. But my window was fixed by a friend of Dad's over the weekend, thankfully, and everything felt normal. Heck, even hearing that weird chattering in my closet felt normal by now. But just to be on the safe side, I slept in my clothes and left the closet light on. I woke up with a start, just normal waking up, no sleepwalking, no standing in the middle of the room. No stinging feet from the herbs. I sat up looking around just in case. Paranoia. But my room was empty. Everything was quiet. And I am way over time. And this little girl is becoming a handful because she wants me to constantly pet her. But anyway, I'm going to save it here for today. And go and grab those screenshots of the Scary William. But anyway, this is where I'm gonna stop for today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one. You wanna say bye? Huh?